Now check this out.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Thank you so much for listening. I nearly didn't get here today.
It was a mad rush.
Can I tell you, my brain is all over the shop. I can feel something in my bra. Oh.
What is that?
So you know what? My new obsession are these Frank Green water bottles.
Yeah.
And they come with a little taggy thing that you can hang on to.
You've lost your strap.
This one, the strap has come off, and I saw it this morning at home, and I knew that the bottle was at work, and I thought, how do I reunite these two elements? So I've popped it in my bra, and it's been sort of twisting my nipple for the last few hours, which isn't entirely unpleasant, but here you go. Please teach me how to do that. I don't know how to put that tag back on the bottle.
Well, I've only just joined the cult of the bottle.
Okay.
Is it the Frank bottle?
Yeah, Frank Green. Yeah, they're
Frank Green.
amazing.
So I don't even know how to do it. I'll be able to work it out for you, though.
Okay, I think your brain can do it much better than I can. Now that we've got that out of the way, can we please look at my lashes? I said yesterday that I was going to have a lash lift. I did that this morning. That's probably why I'm so rushed. But what you do is you lay down on a bed, your eyes are closed, and they sort of glue your eyelashes up, and you've got to stay there for 45 minutes. It's a very, very hard thing for me to do. Of course, I started to fall asleep, and then I thought that I was falling, and I said it with a start. She came back and she goes, "What's going on here? All your lashes have gone boing off the glue," so she had to start again. I mean, I cannot be trusted. I can't be trusted with living a normal life.
You are just a ball of chaos today.
I tell you what, anything can happen over the next 2 hours on the Chrissie Swan Show. Thanks for joining us.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Say g'day.
I've collected myself. I've attached the strap to my Frank Green bottle in the break.
Yeah.
And I've made myself a cup of tea.
We're feeling calmer.
I'm a lot calmer, and I'm ready to say g'day. I'm ready to have a chat. Who's first up? Lindsay from Brisbane. Hey, Linz.
Hey, delicious one. How are you?
Oh, you're adorable. I want to know, because there's a different flavour every time I do a say g'day, which I love doing. The novelty is not wearing off. What's the best thing about your city, Vegas?
Oh, well, I live smack bang in between Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and I love that I can just jump in my car and in 25 minutes I've got, like, rock pools to swim in. I can go for little hikes, and, it's just the best here, Chrissy. I grew up in Melbourne, but I belong here now.
Look, there are so many people that have, what do you call them, Mexicans?
Yeah.
From south of the border.
I like that.
Heaps of people from Melbourne up there, and why wouldn't you? Priceline voucher for you, Linz. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Leanne from beautiful Melbourne. Hello, Lily.
Hello, how are you?
Look, I'm fighting fit. I've got my cup of tea now. Do you ever get, like, so crazy that you've just got to stop and have a chat to a friend and have a cup of tea?
I always need a cup of tea, always.
That's what I'm doing right now. You're my friend and I'm having a cup of tea. What's your favourite thing about Melbourne?
I live in Central Gully, so I love the Danny Nongs.
See, all of this nature stuff. I realised that I'm not mad on nature.
I was going to say I'm such a concrete jungle boy.
Yeah.
Give me concrete, slabs of it.
Yeah, buildings.
High-rises.
You
Yeah.
need to smell the flowers.
Yeah, I do. I do a bit of that on my interminable walks, so maybe I get a best of both worlds. Priceline voucher for you, Leanne. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for saying g'day. We got Jodes from Adelaide. Hey, Jodie.
Hello, Chrissy. How are you?
Listen, if you don't say that the best thing about Adelaide is Le Cornu, then I'm hanging up.
The Cornies is closed.
I know, and I'm still not over it.
You hold on to that.
I do. It's the best jingle ever. Do you remember it?
I do. My couch is from the Corny. I got it on the closing down sale for $700. It was so good.
For a Priceline voucher, Jodie, let's sing the Le Cornu jingle together. We're going to start with the word Yule, okay? You ready?
Oh, you're gonna have to lead me, Chrissy.
Okay.
Refresh my memory.
It's very quick. It goes, you'll love it at Le Cornu. Yes, Jodie. You've earned that Priceline voucher, my friend. Adesta from Sydney. How do you possibly pick a favourite thing about that jewelled city of Sydney?
Well, being a very sunny day out today, it'll be great to take a ferry out on the harbour and go to Cockatoo Island.
What can you do there, Adesta? That's more nature, isn't it?
No, there's some old buildings and stuff that you can see, and also you can camp there as well.
Ooh, pook. Camping, the worst.
Wrong show, Adesta.
Wrong show. Can you before we dismiss Cockatoo Island altogether, can you get a coffee there?
Yes, you can. You
Well,
can.
then
Yes.
it's okay. Priceline voucher for you, and my heartfelt thanks for listening and calling in and saying g'day to me. We're going to have one more. Angela from Perth. Angie.
Hello, Chrissie. How are you?
Good. And what is your favourite thing about Perth?
It would have to be the easy lifestyle, the beaches 5 minutes away, the Swan Valley where there's amazing food and wineries. I mean, yeah, pretty awesome lifestyle.
Just listening to your voice, you've inspired Mystic Chrissie, because you know I've got the gift, Angela.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm picking up. How long has it been since you've been back to your homeland of South Africa?
Never been back. Came here 2003 and this is home now.
I love it. See ya, Cape Town. Wouldn't want to be ya. Good on you, Ange. That's a Priceline voucher with your name on it and a dog in the background.
Yeah.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
For all your health and beauty products and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great everyday prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
I was so excited this morning when I saw the headline, Beyonce announces Renaissance tour.
Yes.
And so my little greedy eyes straight away, Brussels, Cardiff, Edinburgh, Sunderland, Paris, Tottenham, Lyon, Barcelona, Marseille. There is no mention of any city in Australia.
Not one.
Why?
I think what will happen, her dates are up until the back end of September. So I think she'll either come down under November, December or early.
But why wouldn't they? Surely they'd have that
next year.
organised and they could announce it.
No, they never announce it all at the same time, though.
Oh, don't they?
No, they always let it. They make us wait.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll take that. I mean, I love Beyonce. Do you have a favourite song?
Oh,
It's hard. It is hard. Bootylicious is. I know that's Destiny's Child. Don't at me.
I was going to say.
I know, but she's. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Should have just been called
Yeah.
Beyonce.
I broke my ankle to this song. Oh, yeah.
Doing what?
Dancing. I hit the dance floor so hard and it was a wash with vodka and tonics.
Were you on a table or anything of sorts?
No,
or
I was
just-
on the floor in a kitten heel. And the kitten heel went at a skew-whiff angle and I skidded across and then I caught a cab home with my leg up and a frozen bag of peas I picked up from the 7-Eleven.
Wow.
I hope I don't recreate that if she does tour.
No, my favourite. It's weird. My favourite Beyonce
I can't
songs.
believe I'm asking you of all people to choose a Beyonce song.
I know. What a terrible game.
I know.
It's not like an obvious one, but for me, it's a song called Part 2 that she does with Jay-Z on his Magna Carta album.
That is so you to pick a song that nobody knows.
Or-
You're such a music snob.
Or it's Mine with Drake on her self-titled album, Beyonce. That is also a really vibey tune. They're both quite moody. It's so obvious to be like, sweet dreams. Run the world.
Or like, what's that one? Halo. Everyone loves a bit of Halo.
Oh, no.
My Angel. This is another headline. My Angel, Dr. Chris Brown, the vet, not the, assault guy. Dr. Chris Brown has announced that he is leaving Channel 10 for the rival network Channel 7.
This is huge.
It's massive. Those two entities are synonymous with each other, Dr. Chris Brown and Channel 10. He's always been on 10, apart from when he was with 7.
So
early on.
But who's going to host I'm a Celebrity? Get
Great
Me Out of
question.
Here?
So he's going to fulfill that obligation
For this year's season.
and then he's going to scooch over to 7. And I'm just sad because obviously I love Dr. Chris Brown in that role. I love everything he does. He's fantastic on this season of Would I Lie to You, by the way, which returns February 13th. But I'm just going to miss Julia saying, a doctor, and I'm going to put forward Dr. Carl from Neighbours to take Dr. Chris Brown's position, just so that we don't ever miss Julia saying, oh, well, hello, doctor. Doctor.
The best part of that show.
The good doctor.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's time for this now. People are strange. I love that people are strange. Sometimes you read an article and that little song, it just comes into my head every time. People are strange.
People are strange.
A 29-year-old woman's been arrested after posing as a high school student, spending 4 days in classes.
What?
This is over in Middlesex in the UK. 29 years old. She rocked up to the office and filled out the forms. And in a little known fact, someone who turns up without their parents and says, I want to come to this school, they're legally obliged to enrol them.
Right, okay.
Obviously, she falsified some documents, but she looks young, obviously, otherwise she wouldn't have got away with it. But 4 days she went to school.
I cannot relate to this because I can't think of one reason why I'd want to go back to high school or one, like, even good memory from high school.
Really?
I hated it.
You hated it?
I had a fake email address under my mum's name and I would email Emma at reception and, like, make up appointments. I did, like, everything to get out of it.
To get out of it.
Yeah.
And so what happened to you? Like, what happens when you... Because I stayed at school and I enjoyed it. And, I mean, I enjoyed it then, but you couldn't pay me enough to go back. I say to my kids, you just got to get through it. You just got to get through this part and then your real life begins. What was the answer for you if you hated it that much?
Leaving.
Did you leave? Yeah. My God, you fulfilled the dream of so many teenagers.
I know, but don't do that. Stick out at school, kids.
Yeah. Stay in school, kids.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Let's give away $500 to Renee from Ballarat, who registered on the Nova Player. Get on it if you want to have a chat to me and maybe win some red hot cash.
Yes.
Hi, Renee.
Hello, Chrissie.
Now, is this the Renee, my Instagram friend?
I prefer to call you my Instagram BFF, if you don't mind.
Certainly. So, well, that's what my tattoo says, Renee, so more fool me. Renee, I've got to ask you, the last interaction we had was I saw you at a filming of Would I Lie to You?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, that was fabulous.
It was so good, and it's coming back on the 13th of February. But we had a chat about books because we're both mad readers, and I said, I'm going to send you this book that I've got that I love, and you gave me your address, you sweet kid. And I want to know, have you read it?
Oh, do you know what? I've been savouring it until my kids go back to school, and they went back to school today, the little fuckers. So
Today? That seems late, Renee.
Oh, tell me, they were at home for 60 days.
Not that you were counting. Hey, I really hope you win this $500 cash. I've got the name of a very famous person in front of me, and I've got 5 clues, each worth $100. You lose $100 every time you get one wrong, but I'll try to make it up to you somehow, my darling. Okay, your first clue. I don't mind a cigarette. I mean, I don't mind a cigarette, but either does this celebrity.
Oh, gosh. I can't even think who might smoke cigarettes, Bradton.
Okay. Clue number 2 for $400 now. I was once banned from a casino for counting cards.
Oh. I want to say Russell Crowe, but I don't know why.
Keep the names coming. Right ones are better, but just keep them coming.
We're at $300 now.
$300. Clue number 3. Without me, you may have never known Matt Damon.
Oh, the other Matt. Married to J-Lo. What's his name?
So close.
Oh, God.
For $200.
Can we just I'll give her a little clue. I'm feeling nice today. The other name is not Matt, Renee. You're on the right track, but it's not Matt. Keep thinking. We're at $200.
Clue number 4.
Ben.
I have a thing for Jennifer's is the clue number 4 for $200.
Ben, what's his goddamn surname?
Renee, this couldn't have gone worse for you. For $100, you're not going to know it because you know it and you don't know it. You can thank me for Goodwill Hunting. You can see his face, but you just can't place the surname, yeah?
Yeah, I can't. All I can think of is Ben Mendelsohn, and I know people are going to be screaming into their phones.
They are going to be screaming. It's not the great Mendo. It is everybody across Australia. Ben Affleck. Oh, Renee, you get nothing, but we had a good catch-up, darling, and please let me know how you go with that book. If you're interested and you're listening to this crap that me and Renee are talking about. It's Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason, and I just loved it, and I think you will too, Renee.
I can't wait. And I'm loving the show, Chrissy. You guys are doing a fabulous job.
Thank you.
And I love the combination of you and Jack, you with your Lady Madness. And
I
him
know.
With his,
and his
surprise.
I was wondering what my adjective was going to be there. Thanks, Renee.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You know, it's my worst nightmare to wake up in the middle of the night and have a burglar standing next to my bed. Not even, like, even just standing there looking at me. That's enough, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this headline, fully clothed bathing burglar found in a Seattle bathroom. Turns out that the police came and he was laying fully clothed in the bathroom, in the bath.
And he was an actual burglar.
And he'd run the bath and he was laying fully clothed in the bath, which is a nightmare enough. But I would cope. Full creepy. I would cope with that a lot better than my aforementioned scenario, which has always been, you know how if you're having a chat with a friend, they go, what would be your like worst nightmare? What would make your heart stop? And I've always said, waking up and seeing a man standing next to the bed. That's it. That's the menacing thing. Well, my worst nightmare became a reality about 3 nights ago. And it was really... when you have kids, not saying that you're going to, but when you have kids, you sort of always see them as small.
Of course.
Always.
Yeah.
Until you don't.
Yeah.
And I learnt the hard way.
Oh, no.
That my 11-year-old is the size of a man.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot tall.
And your kids are in that age where they're just having their growth spurts. Your mind probably hasn't like jumped to that period yet.
It absolutely
or acknowledged
hasn't.
that.
It absolutely has not. And my God, a baptism by fire. Middle of the night, something had happened to Kit, my 11-year-old. So he's grade 6.
Yeah.
You would think a grade 6 looks like a child. No, mine looks
tall.
like a man. He's 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And something had happened, you know, kid stuff. Maybe there was a noise or he couldn't sleep or whatever. He was awake. Comes and stands next to my bed, as a child is wont to do, to tell their mother. And he was standing there and he was getting something from my bedside table, and that's what the rustling woke me up. And I sort of sleepily opened my eyes. The gasp that came out of me, and then he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, are you okay? Are you okay?
I remember as a kid being even more scared when Mum then wigs out.
Yes, because I'm terrified of my own child and it just his very presence.
What's going to happen next time is it is going to be a robber and you're just going to be chill about it.
That's so true.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
Oh, yes, the sweeping statements that live within you that you know are deeply unpopular.
And you're scared to say them.
You're scared to say them because you feel like nobody will agree with you. 13 24 10. We are all ears here on the Chrissie Swan Show. I'm going to kick things off.
Yes, please do.
You're going to be shocked because this goes against the very fibre of the Australian dream, Jack.
Okay.
Backyards are a waste of time. Backyards are overrated.
I'm with you. Actually, but a pool.
Oh, come on. A backyard, a grassy backyard. It costs you a fortune no matter where you live in Australia because land is so expensive. Mm-hmm. So that's going to cost you a fortune for that plot. Secondly, it's someone's entire profession to make it look nice. Right? So you can't do that. No one's got a good-looking backyard. The grass is dry. It requires mowing every 5 minutes. Mowers never start. It always looks bad. There's balls and toys and Kong from my Murphy, my dog, in there. It's just a rubbish magnet. And then to get somebody who knows what they're doing to keep it looking nice, like the dream you had when you bought it, costs an absolute fortune.
I've got 2 things here.
What?
Gardeners and landscapers will be shouting at you through the radio. But my second thing is...
Yeah, because that's their bread and butter, the fact that we don't know what to do.
I don't think it's backyards. I think there's another problem with your backyard.
What is it?
Children.
Yes, but I can't change that,
No,
Jack.
okay.
I can't change it.
That's a good
I just
one.
think if I had my time again, I'd get a very nice apartment.
Yes, okay.
I'd get a very nice apartment. The kids are never out there anyway. Truth telling.
Yeah.
They are never out there.
But they just throw their stuff out there and make it look dirty.
Exactly. Sweeping statements, 13, 24, 10. We're all ears. Jack, what's yours?
Mine, now this is like, I feel scared saying this because a lot of people won't agree with this, but mine is that weddings are a waste of time and money. Now, I love a party. You know that.
I was going to say, you go to a wedding
I know.
every weekend. Like, I remember you taking a whole week off to go to a wedding.
Yeah, last year.
So, where does that... No.
And I have been to some of the best weddings, but I just think... I've been to some parties this year and they're great. I'm like, just throw a party. Like, I'm sick of hearing the same song as you walk down the aisle. I'm sick of hearing the same
What is
bells.
it at the moment? I haven't been, because I'm in a different stage to you. I haven't been to a wedding in ages.
And it's, but I can't help falling in love.
Oh, the old Elvis song.
Yeah, people are still playing that. Like, come on.
Wow, retro. So, can I just...
And also the divorce rate. I mean, I'm not a stats guy, but I'm sure that's through the roof.
Yeah. Can I ask, the last wedding you went to, no names.
Yeah.
Do you have any concept of what that would have cost?
Yes.
Do you? What is it? I mean, I don't even know. Because I've never gotten married. I've never done it. So I don't know. I just know it's expensive.
Do you want the actual figure?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, around the 150 mark.
$150,000.
Yes. Yeah, that's what people are spending on weddings. I know, it's nuts.
Are you joking?
The florals alone can be like 5 to 10 grand.
$10,000 on flowers.
Yeah. It's wild. That's what I'm saying. Just spend 30 or 40 grand on a good party if that's what you're willing to do with your cash.
150,000. I am gobsmacked.
I know.
That is not... I tell you what, spending $150,000 on a wedding, saying that's a stupid idea is not a sweeping statement. That is absolute truth.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
I'm only just picking my jaw up off the floor to find out that somebody that you know has spent $150,000 on a wedding.
I know people that have spent more, and everyone's going to be eye-rolling, being like, oh, he's got bougie friends. I know not everyone spends that, but a lot of people do spend between $100,000 and $200,000.
What happened to an esky of Carlton Cold and a spit from down the road? That's what I want to know. Alia
It's a different party.
It's a different decade, let me tell you. Is it Alia? I know you told me how to pronounce it, Jack, and I've forgotten. Alia?
It's Alia. Yeah.
Alia, like the famous singer. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you? Welcome to Nova.
Thanks. You are in a safe place here, and we are all ears for your sweeping statement, your unpopular opinion. What is it?
I think similar to the wedding theme, but I think engagement parties are a waste of time. There's speeches, there's a cake, there's dancing and drinks and dinner. It's exactly the same format as a wedding, but you have to do it like 6 months later.
Alia, do you believe that love is a ruse?
No, because I'm married.
Oh, you are married.
Alia, my solution to that, one of my mates, Cam, is engaged at the moment, and I keep saying, do an engagement party, but make it a surprise wedding. So you're spending
My
less.
friends did that too.
Do you like that?
I think it's fun because then people don't spend so much money getting like hair and makeup and, you know, some ridiculous present or something. And it's just a bit more of like a surprise fun. So I agree with that.
Alia, do you think Jack's allowed to do that, to say a sweeping statement that weddings are a waste of money, full stop, blanket statement, and then say, but it's okay if you trick your friends into thinking it's an engagement party, and then pull the rug out from underneath them and say, only joking, we're getting married?
No, you know what? I think weddings, you're never going to get past weddings, but, you know, don't be ridiculous. Like, 200 grand, come on, like, put a deposit on a house and be done
Exactly,
with it.
that's my point.
Absolutely. That is absurd. And also, I've got a friend who is totally against engagement party presents. He will not purchase a gift for an engagement.
I think that's fair.
I wasn't going to have one. My sister-in-law actually organised one for me because I said we weren't having one. But I got engaged and then got married 9 months later. So I was like, we really don't need an engagement party. But she insisted. I'm like, whatever, if you're organising it, you do it, but I'm against it.
Yeah, and I'll have a toaster, thanks. Kelly, what is your sweeping statement? I love this.
Gender reveals.
Oh, yes.
Crap.
Why?
With them.
Why,
I don't
Kelly?
want to go to one. I can't do with any of it. It's such a special moment, and that surprise at the end, once you've given birth, is unreal, and I just can't understand the big
hoo-ha over a gender.
Do you think
Especially
that
in this day and age, like, I don't understand, like, gender equality, all the things that we're taught these days. Why do we make such a fuss over babies' genitals? I just don't get it.
Kelly, amen. And don't you think it's interesting that someone throws a party for a piece of information that literally only two people care about?
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the main thing for me. Like, it's going to be a boy or a girl. It's not that exciting. You're putting together this massive party that really no one gives a crap about except for you.
And Kelly, to take it a step further, my most hated part of gender reveals is the balloon pop that they feel the need to share on Instagram. So I have this thing now where I report them. I try to get them in trouble.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Report them.
To random accounts and just report them.
Yeah.
But you have to give more information when you report
say
something.
the
Do you
bully
click
or
their
harassment?
Their harassment. They're impersonating someone interesting. Oh, Kelly, that is brilliant. Anna, what is your sweeping statement?
Bike riders should not be allowed to ride in groups.
Yes.
This feels like in a current affairs story waiting to happen. I'm calling Ali Langdon. Why is that? Is it just because it slows you down, or you think it's dangerous?
Slows you down, and I think I'm going to hit them. So if I take out one, I'm going to take out the whole lot.
I do get nervous. They're also so noisy. They're always yelling at each other, probably trying to save each other's lives from my RAV4 hybrid about to mow them down.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Good news for Miley Cyrus. Her song Flowers, which we're playing, I'm going to say every second song.
As we should be.
As we should. It's so good. Flowers. Oh, God, it's so good.
And what a video. Her dancing up that driveway.
She's so magical. It's become the fastest song to surpass 300 million streams in Spotify history.
Wow.
300 million in just 20 days. I can't believe that. Or maybe I can.
It's funny. The first time I heard the song, I was like, And then after a second and third listen, I was obsessed.
Yeah. It only takes 2 or 3 and it
and you're
embeds like a tick. That was some good news. This is bad news, guys. This is really bad. Dr. Phil is hanging up the headphones or the ties or the silly old wife that's always in the front row. After more than 2 decades on air, it's ending.
Wow.
The journey is ending. And I'm sad about it, mainly because I never got to the bottom of why his wife is always there.
Who's the wife?
The wife. I want to say Robin, maybe. I don't know. She's always there in the front row and he walks off with her. It's like, did you have an affair once, Phil McGraw, and now your wife won't let you out of her sight? That's what it feels like to me.
Okay. I like that narrative. Let's run with that.
That's fact. That's another sweeping statement. Utterly untrue. So he's finishing up, and I'm just glad that we've already experienced these episodes. Now, my favourite episodes of Dr. Phil, and I have series linked it.
Yeah.
Right, I love Dr. Phil.
I remember you telling me that, like, probably one of the first meetings we ever had.
What you need to know about me is I'm the sort of woman that series links Dr. Phil and Judge Judy for a time. I also did that. But Dr. Phil's greatest story ever involved a woman called Annie who was convinced that she was the same Annie from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. Listen to this, what he sings. Say, Annie, are you okay? And it's a great song. Are you okay, Annie? It's a great song, right? But he says Annie a lot. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly how many times he says Annie in the song, and who is he talking about?
I believe I am Annie from Michael Jackson's song Smooth Criminal. Michael mentions my name 46 times in his song. Annie, are you okay? Why do you think he said that? Because he wanted to know if I was okay.
Oh, imagine being that nuts.
Why did he say that? Because he wanted to know if I was okay. Could we just enjoy that again, just in case you're driving and there's kids in the car and you missed it? Tell them to be quiet.
I believe I am Annie from Michael Jackson's song Smooth Criminal. Michael mentions my name 46 times in his song. Annie, are you okay? Why do you think he said that?
Why?
because he wanted to know if I was okay.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I spend a lot of my time on social media, specifically messaging people back saying, no, I do not endorse the keto gummies.
Oh, I can't believe how many people still ask me if this is real.
Hundreds a week.
It's wild.
Hundreds a week. If you don't know what we're talking about, if you've got social media at all, this is across Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, there are ads that come up that look unbelievably real with photos of me saying melt fat while you sleep, which is impossible, by the way. And it's, allegedly this is what I did. I just want to say for the record, I have absolutely never taken a keto gummy. I do love a natural confectionery company, Snake.
Okay.
But I've never taken a keto gummy. I would never endorse that. You know that I think the weight loss industry should be blown up. And it made illegal.
And that you would never affiliate yourself.
I would never, ever, ever.
Said
So
product.
if you're considering it, please, it's a scam. You will lose your money. I speak to hundreds of women a week that have lost hundreds of dollars. $400 or something they are
ridiculous.
for nothing. Go and get some glucogel jelly beans instead. Truly
Yum.
don't. I know, they're so good.
The best.
Don't worry, I'll have a jar for you tomorrow.
I haven't had them for so long, can we? We should start a jar in our office of those.
That is absolutely done tomorrow. So there you go. I've said it. Every city's heard it now. Please don't buy them. Save your money. I used to be up at night worrying about people being tricked into losing their money and thinking that I had something to do with it. And I felt so awful. And then I realised I can't control that. There's nothing I can do. And it made me feel better when I heard this as well.
It happened to me again today.
This
a woman came up to me and said, "Can you help me get your weight loss gummies?" And I said, "Ma'am, I don't have anything to do with weight loss gummies. Somebody's out there misusing my name, even sending emails to people. I have nothing to do with weight loss gummies or diet pills, and I don't want you all taken advantage of by people misusing my name."
Amen, Oprah. You knew me then, and I was so excited that Oprah had also been...
Because you are Australia's Oprah.
I'm not Australia's Oprah.
Yeah, you are.
Stop it. But I love Oprah so much.
She's the
and I
queen.
figure if she's dealing with this, then I'm in good company. Well, stuff just got real overnight, Jack.
Why, what's happened now?
I've never been happier to be the face of a scam.
Why?
Dolly Parton!
Oh, you're ultimate queen.
Dolly Parton is having to issue a statement. Dolly Parton!
I love that we're making a negative thing sound kind of positive.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. I almost wish it was an actual thing and I could have a dinner with Dolly Parton and Oprah and discuss the
and talk
keto
about your gummies. How boring.
So this is what Dolly Parton, the beautiful queen of all of us, has had to release. Dolly Parton is not affiliated with, has not endorsed, and is not associated with any keto gummy products. She's more the cake, cookie and cornbread type. Amen to that. I am more the carrot cake, goat's cheese and taramasalada type.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.